Hey everyone, thanks for tuning back into this week's video. In this video, I just wanted to do something that we haven't done in a while, and it's a product review on a piece of hunting equipment that I've been using for quite some time, and it's actually my Bino harness. This Bino harness is by FHF Gear, which stands for Fish, Hunt, Fight. I got this right before my 2019 archery elk hunt, and I'm going to kind of go over the reasons why I went with this Bino harness and then give you some comparisons of some of the ones that I've had previously. Each Bino harness that I'm going to show you today, I'm going to talk about in level 1, 2, and 3, and that's going to be relative to the price that I paid for each one. For me, a Bino harness is something that I use every time I'm out in the field. Being able to quickly access your binos again gives you the ability to scan the area of any potential animals coming in or that you want to work your way towards without spooking. What I really like about the FHF Bino harness is that it stays extremely secure to your chest versus some of the other ones that I've had. This one is extremely adjustable, as you can see. It's just got these straps here. I just tighten them down. There's a little bit of elasticity to the connection points here on the Bino harness, which really helps it hug your body. What else I really like about this Bino harness is that you have a pouch here. What I typically carry in this pouch is my micro SD card reader when I'm out checking my cameras, and then I always carry a spare micro SD card, again, just to swap them out so I can view them and then go right to my stand. What else I really like about this pouch, and I'll use this micro SD card just as an example, is that it has two pockets basically right here, so I could slide either a micro SD card, or in the case of my archery elk hunt, I was able to keep calls right there. It comes in handy to just have that right there and available just at reach. What else I really like about this Bino harness is the side pockets here. Typically, I don't have it with me now, but typically what I always stash on this side is a wind checker, and then in the case of my archery elk hunt, it was nice because I could have my my cow call right here, so it was at hand's reach. I could easily blast the call out and then stick it right back in the pouch, and it was always secure. I always knew where it was. I've never lost anything out of these pouches. There's some bungee cord, I would call it, which wraps around the wind checker and then also the call and secures them in place. The next feature about this pouch that I really like is the pocket in the back. Some people carry a cell phone, but typically I don't carry anything back there but just a lens cloth. What else I really like about this is I'm going to go ahead and take it off. It's very easy to get on, it's very easy to get off, and then it also has latching points on the bottom here. Typically most people, or what I would consider running down here, is probably a can of bear spray. They also have other attachments that you can get. You can get holsters, you can get other gear pouches for GPSs, and then I also have a rangefinder pouch, which I don't have with me today. So with the rangefinder pouch, they make it so it actually clips around the buckle, so it's not going to slide on you. So I really like that feature a lot as well. The next thing that I got when I purchased this Bino harness, and it's actually an adder, are these padded shoulder straps. What I really like about these is it helps position the binos. It helps them ride a little more comfortable, and then, like I said, it helps them stay center. And like I said, getting this Bino harness on and off is super easy. You just clip it in place, adjust it where you need it, clear my collar, and then just tighten it down, and then they're ready to go for one-hand operation. A lot of the reviews that I've read on this style of Bino harness is that this flap tends to get in the way when you flip it up. It's kind of in your face. I haven't experienced any issue with this. Now granted, this Bino harness is for 8x42 binos, so I'm not running the largest size. I could see if you were running maybe a 10x42 or a 10x50, this flap will obviously get a little longer, and I could see where maybe that could get a bit annoying, but for me, I've never really had an issue. I also like that you can simply just tuck this out of the way, and then you have them, and you can just slide them in and out. So again, I mentioned that I was going to run through Bino harnesses and give you a comparison as far as pricing goes. The next one that I'm going to show you is what I would consider middle of the road. So this here is the Horn Hunter Bino Harness. Again, I would consider this Bino Harness middle of the road as far as price point. I forgot what I paid for my FHF Bino Harness, but I'm pretty sure it was right around 150 bucks with the add-ons that I got with it. This Bino Harness was probably right around 100. Now keep in mind, I didn't get the rangefinder pouch with this, which would have probably added about another $30. So you're kind of at the same price point, just a little lower. What I liked about this Bino Harness originally was the fact that it was magnetic. Over time, one thing that I didn't like about it is that this had the tendency to pop open if I was going through brush, if I was hunkered over, and I would lose my binos. Also, I didn't like that if you didn't pay attention to how this closed, it'll actually snap on you. If you practice with this, you can get pretty quiet with it. What I do really like about this Bino Harness though is that this flap can kind of stay out of the way. Again, you have your binos easily accessible. Now the good thing compared to the very, what I would consider high-end Bino Harness, is this one you're going to have a little more versatility as far as the type of, or the size of binos that you want to carry. Whereas the FHF Bino Harness is strictly for 8x42s. Another reason why I went with a different style Bino Harness like the FHF is I really liked the fact that it had the pockets on the side and then also other attachment points. You can see here that I've actually attached just other Molly style attachments to this, not specifically made for this Bino Harness, and I actually use this for my wind checker. Adding stuff to this Bino Harness had the tendency to make it kind of pull forward and not be as secure. This one is, again, easily adjustable, but the whole the straps itself have a lot of elasticity to them. So again, it was tough to get this adjusted and be 100% secure. And you can see compared to the FHF style, the straps are not easily accessible as they are on this Bino Harness. With quick and easy adjustment, you actually got to take this off and then readjust it. The next Bino Harness that I want to talk about is my Aplz Outdooz. Now this was the very first Bino Harness that I ever got. It was right around 50 bucks, very inexpensive Bino Harness. In comparison to the FHF, it's pretty close. It's just missing quite a few features that one has that this one didn't have, and those features really up the price, and I would say the overall quality of that Bino Harness compared to the Aplz Outdooz is second to none, really. This one doesn't stand up to the FHF one. So same thing, same style. It's got a clip here, flips up. You have a pocket here. With these binos, you have the versatility of going with other various sizes. Again, I don't think you'd be able to run a 10x50. Maybe you'd be able to, but you'd probably leave the front end of your binos pretty exposed. And that's really it for this one. Like I said, pretty basic. You can get this one for right around 50 bucks. It's not a bad Bino Harness. A lot of times also, this hook right here wouldn't catch this string, and sometimes you'd hear a snap off of the bungee. You know, you'd get something like that when you go to hook it on or when you go to pull it off. It wouldn't really secure or release that cord a lot. And again, I had a lot of times where I've actually had the cord snap in situations where you really don't want it to snap, you know, typically when you're hunting. Now that I'm back to the FHF, I hope that this kind of gives you a comparison of how tight this one actually stays to your body versus the other ones. The other ones, obviously, you have some adjustability where you could tighten it or loosen it or adjust these where you need be. It's just when you're constantly taking them on and off, you know, these straps will tend to move around, and sometimes it's obviously easier to get them off if you pull them all the way out. And with those Bino Harnesses, they just take a little bit more time to get used to as far as adjusting them. This one really gives you the ability to adjust on the fly. The main purpose of the Bino Harness for me is, Again, keep them close to my chest, keep them super handy, and then also keep a lot of the debris off. What I like about this bino harness being fitted specifically for this size of binos is it keeps a very, very tight barrier around the lenses. You can feel where the eye cups are almost have like an indentation where the material is kind of pressed in a little bit because of how you secure this bino harness. What else I like about it is that it's just super clean. It's got a super sleek look. I really like the camo design. This is actually the First Light Fusion. And you know, again, it's just overall it was just a step up, and the main reason that I went with this is I wanted something that was going to secure my binos. I wasn't going to have an issue when I went out on my archery elk hunt. Like I said, I've had a lot of issues with the horn hunter popping open, and I just didn't want to take that risk of breaking my glass while I was out there. So I really like the upgrade in the bino harness, and just a quick review on this. This video was just to give you an idea of the different types of bino harnesses that you can get on the market today. Again, the Aplz Outdooz, I would say, is definitely the lower end. You can get this one for right around 50 bucks. Horn Hunter, great bino harness. It's not something I would say that I wouldn't take a look at or I wouldn't purchase again. It has a lot of features. I do like the fact that it's magnetic. It opens easily. It just has a tendency to kind of slap closed. The biggest issue for me was my binos popping in and out, but overall this was definitely a super nice bino harness if you didn't want to spend the money on something like a FHF. So again, this type of bino harness is going to run you right around 100 bucks. This one does not have I did not get the rangefinder pouch with this one. What I actually did do is I just took my vortex pouch and I would slide it on here and then just buckle it in, and I'll actually show you guys a picture of that, what that looks like and how it actually made the bino harness hang off my body. So at the end of the day, I ended up going with the FHF. Like I said, it's definitely a step up as far as price point wise goes, but I've been super happy with it. I really love the adjustability. I really love how it secures the bino harnesses so well. The color looks great, and then the shoulder straps. I think if you're gonna order this pack, I definitely would suggest getting the shoulder straps. I think it's a must. It helps it ride really well, really nice, and you don't have that elastic. Actually, there's a deer right over there. Anyways, back to the bino harness. So super nice, super nice. I would definitely highly recommend getting the shoulder straps. I really like the fact that it has the pockets on the side that gives me the ability to carry a wind checker, and then also a call. And then really for me, this was a huge selling point, being able to stuff calls in here when you were done using them and you wanted to take them out of your mouth and put them there. They were safe, they were secure, they weren't getting dirty. You didn't really have to dig around for it to find it again. So this has been a super nice upgrade for me. So anyways, that's it for this video. Again, I just wanted to do a quick product review, let you know what I've been running. If you watch the channel on a regular basis, you see that I always have my binos with me, and just wanted to give you some feedback on what I thought about the FHF. Again, all product reviews that I do on this channel are, they're unsponsored, they're unbiased. I purchase all this equipment with my own money. As you can see, that I've easily got over $200, close to $300 wrapped up in bino harnesses. So I'm just giving you my honest feedback on what I think is the best and why I like it the most. So as always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so, and then leave me a comment and let me know if you guys have any questions about the bino harnesses. I'm glad to answer them and help you out in any way that I can.